At this point, we've all seen the Danhausen segment on Monday Night Raw. It has been critically destroyed. And I'm here to pile on. That's what I'm here to do for you, the viewer, is to simply pile on it because it's deserving. It's deserving of every bit of criticism and complaining because this is not a pass here. This isn't just a segment that didn't work out creatively. Hey, we tried something and it didn't work. This is telling me that the people who created this fundamentally do not understand professional wrestling or actively hate it and are trying to undermine it. This is the kind of segment that non-wrestling fans will point to as to the reason they don't watch wrestling. This is what they think wrestling is. So their reality was realized last night on Raw. And you may say, it's just one segment, forget about it. Again, sometimes things can be so egregious that it can poison the rest of the product. Even on a Raw that was honestly not as horrible as a lot of people have made it out to be, I think it's being skewed a lot further down on a curve simply because this segment was that bad. I don't want to hear about, well, it was meant to be funny. And no, this isn't even funny. I really don't even know the demographic that this was aimed at. Preschoolers, elementary school kids. I mean, there's no segment of the audience that watches on a weekly basis that would find this, I think, even remotely entertaining. It is the definition, the embodiment. It's a master class in secondhand embarrassment. It's what makes you not want to watch wrestling. And again, whoever's involved in this, it tells you that they are just so egregiously ignorant as to what professional wrestling is that they should not be in their position anymore. They should be removed from creative. I don't care if it's a Triple H. I don't care if it's anybody underneath them needs to go. Whoever okayed this. Now, Triple H is the head of creative. We know that. So this does fall at the feet of Triple H, but we have to remember one thing. TKO, Mark Shapiro, the president of TKO, has come out and said publicly, he said it in late April, you can go look at the interview. He said that TKO does have creative control when they want to, and that they do occasionally yield their power on the creative in WWE. And we don't know exactly when that happens. We don't know how. We're assuming it's for the more high level and more main event type of things. It probably is. We know they had a big hand in Pat McAfee, which really went well. So congrats and pat on the back to TKO for that one. But we have to know, and again, I'm not trying to give Triple H a pass either, but maybe it's possible that TKO had a say in this. The reason is, while Danhausen isn't really a main eventer, they put really the whole show of Saturday Night Main Event around him, but he is one of the biggest merch movers in the company. And if that's the case, and they're making he's making TKO a whole bunch of money hand over fist, well, they might have a say in trying to make this a bigger segment and have more airtime for Danhausen and do all these absolutely ridiculous things. It's possible. Now, if Unreal was truly an Unreal show that was supposed to be unfiltered and this kind of hidden camera style of a show, this is the shit we'd love to see. Who came up with this segment? Who was responsible for it? Who okayed it? Who signed off on it? That's the stuff we'd like to see. But of course, Unreal is a produced segment and a produced show in and of itself, which is a bit meta of itself. And so it's trying to pretend it's something that it's not and then sell itself as the real thing when it's really a work. But that's a conversation for another day. My point is, this was just god awful. And they take something that is working with Danhausen backstage. And yes, I know he needs to wrestle. He needs to get in the ring because he's a wrestler at some point, but you can't have him doing this garbage and then having collateral damage of Joe Hendry, bringing him in and having him do this dance routine. He hasn't really done a whole bunch of anything since he came up anyway, but this really pushed him down another level. A former TNA champion, a former NXT champion, having him come in and just essentially do jack shit and make him look like a fool. And then you have Ryan Garcia. Of course, TKO has to have their hand in bringing celebrities in, which is also another flag of maybe this is something TKO had something to say in. Triple H won't ever say that. Of course, he's not going to bite the hand that feeds him. He is the head of creative. He'll take all the blame and all the credit for things that go good and bad. But if a celebrity's involved, usually TKO is not far behind. So I think TKO might have had a hand in this. It smells like bad TKO creative. So let me know what you guys thought of this. Maybe there's somebody out there that can convince me otherwise. I doubt it. But let me know. Follow me for more content like this. And of course, if you want full length audio on a Raw review, head on over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify.